The following is a media release from the Palestine Solidarity Network Aotearoa, dated 16th December 2025 and signed by PSNA co-chair John Minto. PSNA condemns anti-Semitic terrorist attack on Bondi Beach and those trying to exploit this horrific act of race hatred. PSNA was appalled and shocked at Sunday's anti-Semitic terror attack targeting the Jewish community in Australia on the first day of the celebration of Hanukkah. Palestine Solidarity Network Aotearoa co-chair John Minto says he's thinking of the families who have lost loved ones in this most dreadful of circumstances. Quote, "For those who would try to make out otherwise, we reiterate our condemnation of racism and race hatred of any kind, whether it is anti-Semitism, anti-Māori racism, anti-Palestinian racism, or white supremacy. There is no place for any of it anywhere in the world. The best antidote to race hatred is community solidarity, and we stand with the Jewish community in the face of such horror. For many decades, and the past 2 years in particular, we have protested and marched side by side with Jews and Jewish groups to condemn the genocide in Gaza and stand with the Palestinian people in their struggle for liberation," Minto says. Quote, "We have always made clear our campaign targets: Israel's genocide, apartheid, and ethnic cleansing. Jews are not responsible for these policies, despite Netanyahu claiming he is acting and speaking as the Prime Minister of all Jews." End quote. Minto says Palestine supporters were also appalled when Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu and leaders of the pro-Israeli lobby in Australia and New Zealand tried to exploit the horror in Bondi by blaming it on condemnation of Israel's genocide and the Australian government's largely non-existent support for Palestinian rights. Quote, "This blaming almost invariably comes from people who support Israel's actions in Gaza. Their strategy is to exploit the killing in Bondi to help the Israel government carry on its genocide and ethnic cleansing without criticism." End quote. Minto says he's concerned that the strategy will cross the Tasman to panic New Zealand government into introducing the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance definition of anti-Semitism into New Zealand legislation. Quote, "This definition is used to target people supporting Palestine. The Israeli government has managed to get it into government legislation, university rules, and local government policy in many parts of the Western world. It's all part of Netanyahu's eighth front to silence Israel's critics. It has no place here." End quote. Signed, John Minto, co-chair, Palestine Solidarity Network, Aotearoa.